Good afternoon. I said it would probably be me for the 4 p.m. stretch and sway. It's Monday, which means it's the start of a new smay. Oh my goodness. Get me words in a kerfuffle. And my monopod's on a big old slide. It doesn't want to stay up there. I need to get some blue tack or something. I need to get some blue tack to prop you up. All right, Chris. How warm is it where you are? It's ridiculously hot. What's going on? I'm delaying my 3-hour drive further northwards. Got another Purple Palace booked for tonight. You know, those ones that give you guaranteed good night's sleep. My phone keeps slipping down. I don't know what that does to the length of me. I think it's okay. We'll go with that. We'll stick with it. So I'm returning to a sway we haven't done for a while. Tummy rubs. Tummy rubs. Does that mean anything to you? Tummy rubs? I don't know. It just came into my head. Lovely here. It's really warm. It's yeah, I don't complain about the warmth, but it is quite warm. It's quite warm. It's quite worrying that it's so warm in October. I don't know. Flying in the face of nature. I mean, it's going to be too warm for the ghouls and the witches, isn't it? It needs to freshen up a bit if the ghouls and the witches, because I ain't ever seen a witch in a t-shirt and shades. Have you? Or a ghoul, a cool ghoul. Talking about Halloween, of course. It's all wrong. Can't have hot and sweaty Halloween, can you? I don't know. It's okay. I stay indoors and turn all the lights off anyway. Anyway, we're there. It's 4 p.m. I'm in civvies, sorry, because the LLT sweatshirt was too sweaty, and I wanted free and floppy. So we've got free and floppy attire for the 4 p.m. 321 Bextowney later life training, a new sway today, a revisit of one of the circular trunky ones that we've done before. So I'll kick off the sway today, and then I think Cout and I do a baton change. She'll be in it for Tuesday, Wednesday. I'll be back Thursday, and I think her Friday. We've sorted out what we're doing. Anyway, let's get going. Here we go. Circuit boost to start. I'm still here at my wall. Sit or stand, you choose. Get your balance, whichever you prefer. Weight even. Start steady with a bit of circuit boost. Now, if it is warm where you are, this isn't about getting warm and sweaty. It's just to boost the circulation, generate that mainly from the lower leg. If you see what I mean, the ankles, feet, and toes. So keep the knees low, keep it steady, and just take a minute or so just to have a breath, activate your supporting parts, get the shoulders on the go. You will know if hands-on support works for you. It might be here, it might be here, or it might just be nudging up side on. That's it. Here's your seated prompts if you'd like. Have a nifty shifty hip walk forwards. Anchor your feet, anchor your buttocks in to extend through the posture. One leg, one arm or two. It's very warm. I'm losing my words today. And or diagonal, and or. So it's a flurry of moves that feel right for you. Just enough to get yourself ready for a few extra moves. Not too much. We're not looking to feel breathless with this. Just enough to pretty much get that. And we're into the sway. Keep it on the low light because it is quite warm. Just an arm sequence today, and then Cout will add on to that tomorrow. Get your balance if you're in stand, active sit if you're in the chair. Have a look at this. So the image in your head is your trunk here. So the 4 corners of the trunk, 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you kind of go round the corners, we can make that kind of a circle, look, can't we, like this. So I circle with one hand like that, and then I circle with the other. So that's kind of the movement. Okay, right. They're relatively simple. Now, if I start one hand on this corner and one hand on that corner, have the feeling that you've got some fresh air under your armpit. So you're in an open posture, chest is slightly pressed forwards, shoulder blades are squeezed together here, elbows kind of tucked in, and we're just going to glide across and opposites and come back to base. Glide across and then continue round that bit of the circle and then back to base. Repeat that again. So opposite directions and back to base, and then add on an extra curve there and back to base, and then add on another curve. So there, there, and there, and back to base. And then to complete the circle, opposites, long end, short end here, and then back to base. All right, have a switch off. Have a switch off. You might feel, if you have a mirror in front of you, or look down at what's going on. So starting the corners, it just builds. So it goes there, and then it goes there, plus a length and back. And each time you're adding in another bit until you have the whole circle. So we're aiming to get to there. What's essentially happening is the hands are playing catch up. A bit like you after 4 o'clock or 8 o'clock or noon. All right, have a switch off, back to base. The same in sit, of course. So you can go straight into the circle, or you can build it in smaller increments. Here we go in sit. Check that you're not in a slump. Slowness is the key here. So it's all moving slowly. There's your first bit. Back to base. Then add the long end and back to base. And then the short end, the long end, and another short end, and back to base. And now, if that all makes sense to your brainage, you go the short end, the long end, the short end, and the long end again, and then you can keep going. There you go. So we're aiming for that. And then, if you would like, pause, change direction. At the point where you get your arms in the way, you just go under it. There. Change direction. And pause. That's the start. We did that a long while ago. I haven't done that one for a while, so it's the catch up there. It might feel a bit like Where's My Keys, slightly different. Anyway, there's the beginnings of a new sway. Kaus may choose to develop that tomorrow. Into stretchier positions, have a sit or have a balanced stand, have a squeeze for the chest stretch, and slowly release. So you might want to keep it moving. It might not feel comfortable to stay here and keep the breath. If that's the case, just slowly move in and out of a kind of relaxed or slump into an active, slide into that position, and then slowly come out again. So you might want to make it a moving stretch, if that should even exist. Squeeze and release. The same in stand. Or you might want to go there, go for the hold, hands on your buttocks, palms or back of the hands. There. That chest stretch position is going to help with more upright postures. It's going to activate all the back end stuff that draws your shoulder blades together. Going to help with balanced breathing and arm movements. It's all very blurry, can't see what's going on. I'll have to go back and have a look. That's your chest stretch. Shoulders next. So before we move into that stretchier position, I like to do a few preparations just to see where your hand is today. Side ahead, back ahead, base of neck, squeeze between the shoulder blades. How's that, how's that, how's that? And then go for the pause if you're happy to. Key thing here, just to have that elbow at a height that's comfortable for you, and keep the neck long, keep the head still. If you start to feel tempted to kind of contort the neck, just ease off on the range and just sit the arm at a position that you can start to feel the feeling of stretch. Back of the arms here, creep it up, creep it up. So over time, once the muscles in the back of the arm have adjusted to that new length, you might be able to squeeze a little bit more. Move slowly in and slowly out. And this other hand here, the other arm, can help to support. No sudden moves on these, folks. Slowly in, slowly out. And that back of arm stretch is going to help with that exact movement there. Alongside the next one, which is the stretch of the side of the trunk. And you could do this with in conjunction with the back of arm you've just done. So here's some options for this. Balanced position if you're in stand. Go for the elbow and then go for the reach. Have a squeeze and then slowly down. And if you're extending and bending, there may be a balance challenge in there, which is why you might want to have a fixed firm support here or in front of you. There, or you might even want to reach up the wall there. That's going to give you the same effect. So you might want to use the wall actually as a support. Like get a bit of an extra heel raise in there as well. Get a bit further there. Other options, if you like, could be support the arm, go the long way up and the short way down. So having the hands together, you might feel this gives you more control, gives you more support, reaching away and reaching up, and then you could have an extra squeeze. It's like a rib shift, I call it. If the long arm option isn't for you, maybe keep the arms slightly bent. Go for the raise, raise, raise. There, that feeling there of stretching down the side of the trunk. So those are options, all options, and the aim is to feel that you're getting extra movement through the trunk. You need this for all of your reaching activities, not only in sit or stand, but also in lying. A key one to be comfortable to move around in bed at night as well. Leg ones, back and thigh stretch, turning sideways so you can see. Leg out position is extended, straight, but a comfortable bend in the knee. The foot's relaxed. You can have the heel there, but just try not to flex the foot. The foot is pretty much switched off, and then the trunk is definitely switched on, and there's the hinge. So you kind of look at my flat back position, feeling the stretch there, slowly in and slowly out. The thing we're aiming to do is just to move into slightly bigger positions than you have done today, to maintain the movement. Slow, slow, slow as you go. Everything about moving in and out of these positions is slow, so you can feel the tension. Back and thighs, can you feel it, can you feel it? And back to base. You may want to, as you know, have a functional reach as well. See where you can comfortably get the fingertips. That could act as a progress check gauge over time. Slow, slow, slow. There you go, back and thighs. Calves to finish. Stretching the muscles down at the back of the lower leg is also going to help with your stride and any activity that involves the feet, basically. So for this one, the foot is active. The foot is the mover and the shaker. There you go. So that all the movement is coming from the foot, the toes come back, press the heels forward. And when the foot moves, now you will get a feeling of stretch the back of the lower leg. So when we stretch the back of the thighs, it's the trunk that moves, And when you stretch the back of the lower legs, the calves, it's the foot that moves. Don't want to be doing them both at the same time. Keep them separate. It'll be more comfortable and it'll be more specific, it'll be more comfortable. And you can be really specific about the bit you're trying to improve, so that as the foot comes back, can you feel your shin muscles are active and stretching your calf. Here's your standing option if you would like. Shifting it out the way. Hand for support to remove the balance, and now you can practice toe hinges behind step, press the heel down, loads of support from the wall or a piece of fixed furniture, 2 points of stretch, front of hip, back of lower leg, everything is forward facing. Check that your toes are forward, your knees, your hips, your chest, there. And use this if that works for you. Have a step in, change sides, sidle up to the wall. Outside leg is the stepping leg generally. That means you've got all the support here on that left side, look, and you can get extra tuck under of your taily bone there, and you get more stretch in the front of the hip. If you feel you want more stretch, you can ease the foot back a bit. Ease the foot back a bit. And you can see there, it's literally increasing the stride, therefore you're going to feel more stretch. And that is your 4 p.m. with tummy rub sway, I'm going to call it. Let's add arms on there if you want. All right, that's it, folks. It's so warm. Oh, I'm going to put my shorts back on, I think, for the drive upwards. I'll see you in the morning from a Premier Inn in Sheffield, and I think I'll need to do it a little bit earlier tomorrow. I'll have to think about that. See you tomorrow morning, possibly at 7:30. Bye for now.